they've sent the field goal unit onto the field. As to be expected, nowhere close to being good from that distance. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
There's a lot of strategies to win football games, and there are very intelligent coaches in the game today. I've never seen a field goal attempt on first down. That was a play I am never going to forget. Although
pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown tie.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. You better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. It's Underwood. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Sends it downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Comes that Alabama offense onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Let's talk about Alabama. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Moving away from pressure. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Wants to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Young. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Let's talk about Alabama. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just
breaks into the open. Showing off the arm. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. Pulls and fires complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He wants to throw it again. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Ball down inside the 5 and the 4 after the pick.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake, you huddle the guys up, sudden change, be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Moving past the 25. Bulldozes his way through. Big play in the running game, and they get him out of bounds right at the 50-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. When you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Makes the grab. It's McCulley. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. And you just saw just 2 seasons ago, when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's the hope for the Wolverines moving forward.
You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Simpson. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage.
Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan. Extra point here will tie the game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Navy put together a very impressive showing in one of the more complete victories we've seen from the midshipmen in some time. Anchors away indeed for the boys from Annapolis. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Pocket breaking down. With not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Downfield, it's Simpson. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Alabama pushing the tempo. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. From the 43. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. Look out, he's got room. Discards him with the stiff arm. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big. When he gets that handoff going to the right, he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. They've got a first down here to open the period. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. It's the conference finale today. Win this one, extra football ahead. It's taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, they're looking ahead, always pointing to the future, like they need to win today. Like their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The number one goal was to win the conference, and they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
And the Wolverines trying to cash it in on first and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Barrels ahead. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like they were ready for that second down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB and tried to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Unloads to the right. Got him and nobody's close. Rams him with the stiff arm. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And this comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. To the air, it's Underwood. Got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Takes it from the gun on third down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Catch in the middle. It's Williams. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
At the pace this guy's going at right now, this could be a record-setting type day. This could be a game for the ages for this dude. He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up that first down. This is still the first half, guys. What is this guy capable of doing the rest of the game? We're going to find out.
Going right and going deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy. He's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they are going to get lit up just like that.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
They've been talking about this one all week inside the MAC, guys. Let's give you a quick recap of how it went down. UMass managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one. Don't blame the weather there in Amherst this week. These Minutemen are to blame for this one being so close. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the MAC.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. He's moving out of the pocket. He throws one to the left. He's got it on the outside. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. So now it's It's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Slings it downfield. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that, you're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Quickly out to the tight end. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Really good job when this play went off script. And that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end and just did a nice job of getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. To throw, it's Simpson. Buying some time. He's going to take off. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking to scramble. What great protection, and he lets it go down the middle. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And you want to run the football, right? And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Behind his big tight end. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Trying to bail in. Touchdown, Wolverine. And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. Dropping back, it's Simpson. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got the first down himself. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this.
There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Got a man. It's Williams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll line up for a second down play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and more. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
But with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Finds his man, it's Cleescorn. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself in the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller's still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback, you're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking them.
They're dealing with a second and long. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on second down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Now facing a third and long. Wants to throw it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Fourth down, they'll pass for it. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Wolverines are rolling down the field. Back to throw, it's Underwood. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. This one's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Under fire. Caught. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Let's it fly. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball, and I think he was anticipating on third and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback brought up to and sacked at the 12. Alabama pushing the tempo.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their team.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
He tries to take the top off. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
What a play call. 4th and short. Everybody in the building expecting that to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They had the matchup they wanted, one-on-one. QB takes a shot. It's an absolute strike, and they take it all the way in for a touchdown. What a play.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Skips away from pressure. He turns it loose to the left. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. To the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Here's a heat. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Caught over the middle. It's Miller. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Buys a little time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Out of the gun, they give to the back. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. Can you knock it off the crossbar? Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
give to the running back. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
Great play by the defense there, getting a tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting it.
He's got it along the sideline. Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
He wants to take the top off. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out and tries for 6, he'll be lucky. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Makes the grab, it's Prescorn. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Grab near the sticks, it's Marsh. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stats of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Looking down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rocks and warrior, Bob.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today.
Well, they come up short. It's now going to set up 4th and 1. If I'm this offensive coordinator, I'm finding who's my biggest, most physical back, the guy that I can trust to get north and go get me this first down.
And so I'm bringing all the big bodies in on the defensive line, and I'm making sure I get a little bit of penetration so I don't let that big running back get downhill so he can fall forward, so he can get momentum going. Big-time 4th down and short company.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Throwing on the run. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Well, and at this point of the game, in the second half down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore. Like every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it.
Touchdown, Wolverine! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Memphis took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. And the end result was a focused group of Tigers that fired on all cylinders. Always fun to see 2 of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front.
Oh, he's got some space. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Looking to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Going up top again. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game. You might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted to stop the threat. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff.
He lets it fly. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. That's reeled in. It's Marsh. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Underwood. It's complete.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Absolute shank. Missed it. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24.
And you got to wonder about the confidence of this kid. It's been up and down, 1 for 4 now in this game kicking after that miss.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So we need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. This time it's complete. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
With the catch, it's Miller. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Quarterback adapted. And the quick shuffle pass. At the 35, he's open. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day, but will carried away with that roughing penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. More to the board with that trip to the house.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. It looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
To the air, it's Underwood. Going over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Trying to change now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. That dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Bringing the heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. The backups are on the field. They get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. That's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this This is a tough spot for QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the defense.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown time!
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continue to run full speed and make all those yards after the kick.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He runs into the end zone on the fake. What a gutsy call to come up with a two-point conversion there. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on first down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Second down, he'll throw it. Rifles it down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. And he's going to go down as time has run out. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk glass, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. You saw both of these offenses put on the show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That will put the wrap on things from here for David Pollack.